In this video, I'm going to do a quick review of the NKOK, yes, I spelled that right, N as in Nancy, KOK, remote control ectomobile. Now, I bought this off of eBay for a very good price because the remote had been lost. And it didn't... they said it didn't work except for the functions. And I know a little bit about RC, and most toys work on 27 megahertz. And if you look at the bottom of it, 27 megahertz. And 27 megahertz works on about 6 channels altogether, and 6 channels. There's a good chance if you have a remote control toy in your house, that remote control will work with this toy. And just so happens I had one for my daughter on a little stomper-like truck, and it worked. But it's fast. This thing races across the floor too fast, and it bumped into something, and unfortunately it may have scratched a little bit. It was too fast. So I took some batteries out of a vehicle that was low. The charge was low on the batteries. It takes, right here, it takes 5 AA batteries. And I got some low ones, and it was a little bit more manageable as far as the speed. All it does is the wheels turn back forward and backwards, and then when you so this is the generic little remote control car. As you can see, it says 27 megahertz on the bottom of it. And here's the controller. It says New Bright. It goes with that little stomper type truck. 27 megahertz. Well, we tried it and it worked. What you do is you, right now it's on demo. I might as well show you that. You press this button. The headlights light up too. It's a little loud, so I may put a piece of tape over the speaker here. And then you can turn the sound off if you want to also. But if you want the sound but not as loud, I'll put a piece of tape over it and it'll just muffle it just enough. I can mute it, and that way we'll only have lights only. No tail lights. And then we can also turn the remote control function on, and I will take the controller here. And I'll lift up there. Now I will turn the sound back on, and you'll hear what it sounds like when I operate. I'll just turn the wheels. It makes a starting sound. But unfortunately it does that every time. I mean, every time you want to go forward or backwards, it makes that starting noise. And it ends once you take your finger off the controller. It's kind of weird. And the reason I've got the Mattel Egon out here is to show you the scale. This car says that it's 114, and I believe it. It's not 118. 118 is G.I. Joe size, Marvel Universe size. This Mattel figure is 112. So I would believe that this is 114. So it's in between 112 and a G.I. Joe, which is 118. Which kind of bums me out because it's hard to tell when you buy something on eBay or anywhere that you don't see it in person how big it is. Now, as far as the looks itself, there's a problem back here on the tail fins. There should be 2 tail lights on each side. There are no tail lights. These are the brake lights. These are the tail lights, or signal lights. There aren't any. There should be. Even the real Ghostbusters toy had 2 tail lights. But that being said, I bought it just for a display piece. Now when it's turned on and you press the button, it won't hardly do anything because all the battery power is being diverted. Let's put it on demo. And actually it's a pretty cool piece just to have as a display. Another thing that I noticed was that it's too narrow. This car should be a little bit wider as far as its length. The proportion is out. But like I said, still for the price I gave, considering it had no remote, which you can buy a universal controller off of eBay for $3 if you're willing to wait for it to come from China. You better do that soon, right? Because of the tariffs. But I like it. I didn't know if I was going to keep it, but we had fun with it, playing around with it. Like I said, it races too fast when on fully charged batteries. I put half-dead batteries in there, and it's more manageable, and it's fun. It's a cool display piece. It's not accurate up here, of course, but what do you expect? Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next video.